Hello Pisces, thank you for checking out my channel, H3O Tarot. My name is Ari, and I will be doing your love reading for November 2019. I pre-shuffle, and I also do a Reiki energy, what would you call it? Yeah, I Reiki the whole tarot. I Reiki the decks, and I Reiki the actual session, so just gives me a little bit more insight and calms me down a little more so I can receive the messages a little better. Anyway, you are my last sign to do. This is this is like my debut of my channel. I'm a Scorpio sun, I'm a Pisces moon, and a Cancer rising, so I'm 3 waters. That's why I call it triple water tarot. Instead of saying triple water tarot, I say H3O. You know, H2O is water, so H3O. So there, I only want to explain that once. So I'll explain it now. Anyway, I pre-shuffle because I don't want to do it on camera. It takes up too much time, and yeah, even me talking now is taking up too much time. So let's get to your reading here. I use the Rider-Waite Tarot. I clarify with the Fountain Tarot, and I use a smaller Rider-Waite Tarot deck that I put in the bag here for even further clarification. Okay, here we go, Pisces. Here's your love, November 2019. We've got current position, Devil reverse. What's crossing you? 7 of Swords. 5 of Cups is above you. The Sun is below you. In the past, Page of Swords reversed. Near future, we have the Queen of Swords. Advice, the World. How you're being seen, the Queen of Cups. Hopes and fears, the 8 of Swords upright. Outcome is the 6 of Wands reversed. I'm going to clarify that. Justice reverse, 3 of Swords reverse. For the Fountain Tarot, we have the Emperor upright. Okay, so right off the bat, you are getting out of a toxic relationship. Your obstacle is the 7 of Swords, so you have found out or recently came to a conclusion that someone is being sneaky with you. Someone's trying to get one past you. It was someone you had high hopes about, most likely, but you felt something was going on in your conscious thoughts. You have the 5 of Cups, so you do feel some pain over this. Over this discovery of the 7 of Swords, or this discovery that you're soon gonna to find out. Okay, below you is the Sun. So even though you found this out, you're a very intuitive sign. You probably knew this was gonna happen, even though you have very high hopes. I find you're the most optimistic of the water signs. So you have the Sun. So you still have this bright outlook still below you, and you're kind of proud of yourself for figuring this out, okay, before you went too deep like you might have done in the past. In the recent past, Page of Swords reverse. So there was something being hidden to you. There was information that was not being brought to your attention, something not being said, okay? And you found this out, or will find this out, and in the near future, we have the Queen of Swords. So in the future, you're basically dealing it out to people. You're inner wise, because outward, you're still seen as the Queen of Cups. You're still going to keep your softness, but inside, in your mind, you're going to be a lot more discerning with people. You're going to see the red flags right away. I feel like you're in a very quick learning process right now, and it's taken a while to actually get to this point where you're actually the Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords, she can be bitchy, whatever. She's very cognitive, she's very rational, but most of all, she's not taken anything from anybody. She's someone who has been hurt in the past, and she's tired of it, okay? Overall energy, we have the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So you're not putting any more work into whatever you were just putting work into, okay? Your advice is the world. That means to close out whatever this is, whatever toxic relationship that you are now finding yourself in. You have to close this out, okay? You're being seen as the Queen of Cups, so you're still being seen as you. You're being seen as a very, whenever you do find this out, even though you're a Queen of Swords, Pisces will be a Queen of Swords, but they'll still come across as the Queen of Cups. Meaning, Queen of Swords to Pisces is they're standing up for themselves and they're saying what they want to say. You know what I mean? Whereas like a Queen of Swords for an Aries is like, watch the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like she's about to chop your fucking off. Queen of Swords with a Pisces, I guess it depends like what your chart placement is and all that, but Queen of Swords with a Pisces and filtered through a Pisces is basically, I'm standing up for myself, you know, is basically, I know what you're up to. I'm not going to accept this, okay? Whereas Queen of Swords when an Aries is, I'm going to set your car on fire, okay? So, all right, so your hopes and fears is that you're going to be stuck in this kind of stuck energy. Yeah, this is your fear that you won't be able to move out of this. But I think with this Queen of Swords, you will cut yourself out of this. You will. And with the Queen of Cups, you're going to feel yourself out of this. You already feel like something deceptive is going on, okay? And the outcome is a justice reverse. So there is injustice being done towards you, okay? But you're going to go through, it's going to cause you, by calling it out right away, you're going to go through a phase of healing, okay? Even though, you know, it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to, okay? It wasn't a triumph, but it's a triumph that you found this out. It's a triumph that you're calling it as what it is. You're not giving it to it, you know. We have the Emperor, you know, so there's a possible air sign you're dealing with, or a fire sign, or an earth sign. The Emperor is usually an Aries or a Taurus, okay? I believe this is you, though. I believe you're taking charge. You're ruling your own house now. You're no longer, you will always be sympathetic. You'll always be an understanding person, because that's Pisces. Unless you're a Pisces that's completely cut off, which then you're the opposite. Then you are the Queen of Swords, you know, completely, or even worse, Queen of Swords reverse, you know, or the Emperor reverse, you know. But what I'm seeing here is if you have enough emotion to feel pain still and feel this heartache over this deception, okay, then you're gonna be like the softer side of the Queen of Swords, okay? But you're still not going to put up with shit, okay? You're still gonna cut things out when you see it right away, okay? That's pretty clear cut. Let me see if I can go a little deeper here. So, Devil reversed. Justice reverse, yep. Meaning you're getting out of a toxic situation because there's an injustice done towards you, and you can feel that there was. Two Cups reverse, clarifying the injustice reverse. So you're ending, a relationship has just ended. And Seven of Swords is, you know, we all know what Seven of Swords is. It's a sneaky behavior, it's something being hidden, it's cheating, you know, but we're going to clarify it, see exactly what happened here. Well, it's a general reading, so we're not going to go exactly, but, you know. Knight of Coins reversed. All right, so you might have been dealing with an earth sign, or like an earth sign who was like a player, or an earth sign who wasn't committing, someone, or just someone who wasn't committing, you know, an Eight of Swords. So they had you in a kind of a bind. They had you wondering, they had you up in your head, not knowing exactly what the relationship was, what was the context of the commitment? Was there a commitment? What did they feel? You know, and if you, when you're in the Eight of Swords and you got the Seven of Swords, it's usually they're flip-flopping you. They're coming in with a certain energy one day and then giving you the impression of something, even though usually when the Seven of Swords, the words they're using, it's not clearly stating it, but they're giving you this impression that something's going on between you two. But then when you call them out on it, they will say, oh, well, I said, that, I wasn't really looking for anything serious, but the last time you seen them, they were holding your hand and pillow talking and lovey-dovey and acting like they're your boyfriend. Okay? So that's what put you in the Eight of Swords. And you were confused and it was toxic, it was draining you because it was all you were really thinking about, you know what I mean? So clarify the Five of Cups. Three of Cups. So they're most likely seeing somebody else as well. Okay? They're most likely just using you for fun. They might have even told you this, but they're seeing you as a good time, which is causing you to go into a hermit mode. You're going to be going into self-reflection. And after you get out of the self-reflection, you're coming out with the Queen of Swords. Okay? Because you're tired of being taken advantage of. I know a lot of Pisces. I'm a Pisces moon, okay? Pisces give people a lot of chances. Too many. They're too understanding. They're too forgiving. Which is a good trait to have. But too much, no. Because you're just going to keep getting screwed over and screwed over. And this is causing you to go, and you've had enough. You've had enough of being tricked like this, of being led on and knowing that you have a lot to offer. And because of your good nature and overly good nature, you're inviting basically anyone in, you know what I mean? And you're giving everyone the benefit of the doubt, which is good to do, but not when you're ignoring like red flags. Not when you're a very lovey-dovey type of sign. You get swept up in the emotion and the waves of it all. And sometimes it's hard for Pisces to see the red flags because they don't want to believe it, because love, and I understand their core of their being, and they deserve a chance and they deserve understanding. Well, sure, but not at the risk of your own self-worth. Not with the risk of you not seeing your being, not understanding your nature. Sometimes you'd be too understanding, and I think you're recognizing this. You're kind of coming out of this, Clarify the Sun. Ace of Wands reversed. And the Knight of Wands. So in your subconsciousness, you're happy that you're kind of reaching this point, where you're kind of taking control. But you're still kind of down. It's like you're putting up a front in a way, but it's a good front because you're in pain. And when you're hurt, especially when a Pisces, when a water sign in general is hurt, you're hurt, okay? And you're making the best of it. You're actually moving forward. You're not really wallowing in it, okay? Because maybe it's just happened so much that, you know, you're past it, or maybe that's happened so much within the past year or two, and you already know the motions that you're going to go through, even though you're feeling it. Yeah, so you're not starting this, you don't have a passion. You're kind of covering up the lack of passion, drive you have, and you might be kind of looking at things more with the Knight of Wands, like, well, obviously you lost passion for possibly a fire sign, or just you lost the compassion and passion for people who come in and out of your life. But also, the Knight of Wands might mean that you might just be thinking strictly like sexual now, like maybe not so much geared towards like love. Like maybe you still will like want to find a lover and someone who will complete you and be there for you, but you're done with the in and out players, okay? And you might cover up the pain with sex. So just be careful, okay? Because sex is good, and I'm not like trying to put a bad vibe on sex, but sometimes what Pisces will do is or just like a water sign, or what some people will do in general, they'll cover up pain with sex, you know, because they want to mask, they want to feel good, so they use sex to get that temporary goodness, you know, and it makes them feel in control. It makes them feel wanted and sexy, especially after an episode where you felt rejected. Okay? So just be careful with that. Be careful. Make sure that you're, you know, if you're being promiscuous, that you're using protection and that you're not hurting yourself while you're doing it. Okay? So going forward with the Queen of Swords. Seven of Wands and Nine of Swords. So you want to be careful going forward because you don't want to be jaded, okay? You don't want to be paranoid of every single person that comes through now, okay? Because that might serve it might block. You know, you don't want to come off hard. You still want to retain that watery, like Pisces softness as much as you want to like be hard and say, no, I'm strong and this is what you're going to have to deal with now. It's good in a way, especially like the Seven of Wands. It's like you're coming out on top. Like you're catching things before, you're catching people who are trying to deceive you and all that stuff. But don't be so adamant about it that you're taking a mental toll for it, or you're being paranoid, or you're being too guarded, okay? You still want to retain a certain openness and softness if you want to find or invite someone into your world. But at the same time, you are what you are and you're going to be what you be because you're hurt and it is what it is. And you might, you know, there are people out there who would, you know, fight for someone who's a little guarded, you know. You might find someone who is more intuitive and might not be so scared to run away, who might be strong enough to kind of break the glass and realize that you're discerning because you were hurt. It's pretty understandable. You might find someone who's the same, you know, who's been through the same and feels the same as well, and just understands you, you know. Your advice is the world, end whatever you're in right now. Just end it. Close it out. Yeah, the Ten of Wands reverse. Let go of the burden. Eight of Wands. Let go of the burden. As soon as you let go of this burden, you might get some more stuff coming in, okay? You might, but I think more the Eight of Wands is let this person know that it's done, okay? Which I think you're going to because you got the Queen of Swords and Seven of Wands, so I'm pretty sure, that's enough advice. But yeah, but you might be getting some messages or whatever from this person, trying to play a mind game or trying to talk you up or whatever. And you're going to be very classy and soft in your approach and how you communicate, because they're going to see you as a Queen of Cups. But you're going to have that Queen of Swords right behind her. It's almost like the Queen of Swords dressed or the Queen of Cups. No, the Queen of Swords dressed as the Queen of Cups. You know what I mean? Like she's the Queen of Cups, but she's got that sword like tucked away in her little cape there, ready to pull out and swing. So clarifying that, Chariot reverse, meaning you're going to be seen as someone who's not going to take this. You're not going to move forward with the game players anymore, especially with this one. You're not arriving to this anymore, okay? With your fear of being in the Ace of Swords, not coming out of this because you're feeling so deeply, you feel very deeply, it takes you a while to kind of get over things, right? Queen of Cups reverse. Yeah, you're fearing that the damage is almost coming to too much. Like, you don't want to stay in a damaged state. Okay? And we got the Hangman clarifying that. So your nature, Pisces, when you're hurt, is you do go and you do self-reflect. You have to. That's your nature. You're not going to be stuck there. Okay? So don't be too worried about that. Don't be worried that you're like wasting too much time. You need to hurry up and get out of this energy. Take as much time as you need. Okay? Because you're figuring shit out. You're figuring some very important stuff out, so you take the time you need. All right? Yeah, there is maybe a little sometimes where it takes a while longer than what we want, or a while longer than other people. But that's just what you are. That's just who you are. And that's what it takes for you to heal. Because you feel deeper and you get cut deeper. Where like an air sign, not to say that they don't feel pain or anything. I mean, they do, and they get the heart's crushed or whatever, but they can move on a little faster, like a Libra, they might be hurt, but like if they find someone, they're over that hurt right away. They're with the next person, you know what I mean? Which is a good and, it's good and bad thing. Bad for you because you just don't move on that quickly. You know what I mean? You need to like come to an understanding of what's going on with you and what happened with the situation. So your fear is that you're going to be stuck there and you're going to be kind of binded and, that you're going to be jaded. Man, I don't think you will. There's always that, and you're going to be very emotional because that's just what Pisces do. They cry things out. They go into hermit mode. They shut themselves out. Just when you come out, still hold on to what makes you, still hold on to the goodness and the compassion and the depth at which you feel. Because it's painful to feel that deeply, but it's who you are. As long as you keep your wits about you and you understand red flags, you understand and you see things and people for who they are when they're coming at you with falseness, especially, that you're better able to discern and to cut it off and to call them out, okay? And you can avoid being hurt so deeply, okay? And for the outcome, when you do cut this out and end this, what do we have for Pisces future? Okay? we have Page of Wands. Yeah, so for a while, yeah, and the Ten of Swords reverse. So it's going to take you a little bit to heal. It's going to take you some time to heal, to pull these Ten of Swords out, okay? So take the time. We got the Ten of Swords reverse and the Three of Swords reverse. So you're gonna heal. You're gonna heal from this, okay? And it's gonna take a little bit of time. What does Pisces need to know to help them heal? What do they need to know to help them heal? Strength. Just be strong. Like you've always been. Okay? Two of Swords. Two Swords is basically, you know the truth. You gotta make a decision. The decision you make is it's gonna cause things to end, it's gonna cause you hurt, but you will heal from it. Okay? You're going to heal from it. Okay? Also with the outcome, we have a Six of Cups with the Moon. So this person that you're cutting out, they might, or someone from the past, because it's a retrograde, they might come back, but something's hidden. Okay? You might want to reconcile with them. They might want to reconcile with you. I'm guessing they're probably going to reconcile with you because if we have the Eight of Wands down here for advice. So they might come at you with this like, ooh, lovey-dovey thing, and you have to know that there's still going to be something hidden. There's still going to, you're going to get stabbed. So you got to make this choice to let them go, and you'll heal a lot faster. Okay? Because we had the Page of Wands reversed. So this person is going to not so much, I don't know who you deal with. So you might be dealing with someone who like is intentionally dishonest. But you might be dealing with someone who's just confused and doesn't know what they want, but that's what they're hiding. And that's not good to have, especially with someone they know is taking it seriously and that they've hurt somebody. And then they're going to come back still not knowing. No, that's not right. So you're going to see this right away. You're going to see this moon. You're going to cut this shit out. Okay? Because this Eight of Wands might bring in someone, this person might come in for a reconciliation. They might have like this moment where they're like, oh wait, I don't want to lose Pisces because you're a good person. You know, you're a great lover and you're understanding. Okay, but this person still doesn't know what they want. They're still hiding something. Okay? And they might feel bad of what they're putting you through. So they're coming back to make you feel better about reconciling, but still hiding something. Or it could be even more like malice and sinister, where they're just narcissistic vampires and they just want to come back for supply. You know what I mean? So you don't know in the situation, but you do know. You Pisces know when something is off. Don't give in and get floated away in the dreaminess of it. Save that for something that deserves it. Okay? There's something going to be hidden. You got to make the choice. You know the truth. Make the choice. Cut it out. Release the burden. Ten of Wands reverse. The world. End the cycle. All right? Reject the offer, the false apology, or the confused apology, okay? Because Ace of Swords reverse. There's something being hidden. There's something not being said. There's a lie. He's lying. She's lying. Whoever it is, all right? Accept death. Accept the ending. Go through the transformation. You're not listening to Your intuition. Listen to your intuition when he comes back, when she comes back. See what's hidden. Don't take the risk. Be the fool reverse. That's it, Pisces. All right? I think this is a period where you are going to learn a major lesson that's going to help you in the future. And I feel like this is some type of a test in a way to teach you to trust your intuition and to stop ignoring the red flags with people. Stop being so understanding. And I know that sounds horrible because you want to be understanding, right? And you will be, and you are understanding, but you've got to be stopping understanding when it's going against your intuition, when you feel that weird drag, when you're in your head and wondering what someone feels about you all the time, and not in a good way. You know what I mean? There's a natural way of like when you're first meeting someone, dating, and you don't know exactly what's going on, but when you've stated how you felt and what you expect, and they're not giving it to you, or they're making you feel, confused, when their actions are not matching up to their words, you need to put a stop to that. Stop grabbing at the emotional aspect and having that fulfill you for the temporary time, just to make you feel good at the time, because you don't want to face the pain, because you don't want to be assertive and call them out and have to like dump it off to the side to protect yourself, and then have to go through the cycle of finding someone else, but it's needed. You need to protect yourself. Okay? You need to protect yourself, and you need to protect the goodness in you. The more you let these people come through and take little bits and pieces of you each time they leave and each time things happen, they're stealing from you. Okay? And then you are going to end up being the Queen of Cups reversed. Then you are going to end up being the Queen of Swords. There's nothing wrong with being the Queen of Swords, but that's not what you are, Pisces. But you need to hone in some of that Queen of Swords energy to protect the water, to protect your emotions, to protect your Pisces world, to protect your compassion, to protect your heart, to keep you being that compassionate person, but be compassionate with discernment. Okay? You already know this. All right, Pisces, thank you for watching. I hope this resonated. I hope you got something out of this. I am wiped out. You are my last reading. I'm going to go to bed. If you want a private reading, just look below, see what the process you need to do. Thank you again for allowing me to read for you. And again, this is H3O Tarot. My name's Ari. I will see you mid-month. Have a good day, good night, good morning.